Hi there, back to Kenny Superstar, and today I'm doing World War I. Now, World War I happened from 28th of July 1914 to 11 November 1918. Now, World War I didn't exactly start at the First War. It started later on when England declared war on Germany, but we'll get on that later on. World War I happened when Austria-Hungary is about to get some land in Serbia or Yugoslovakia at that time. But it was full of Slavs or people from Serbia. So the Austria-Hungary people decided to send their Archduke Ferdinand to go kind of wave at the citizens and make sure that they're actually going to get control of that land. If you want to know, that land is modern-day Czechoslovakia. Now, when the Archduke Ferdinand tried to do that, he got assassinated. And the Austria-Hungary was really angry at this. So Austria-Hungary decided that it will declare war on Serbia. So it went with this ally Germany, and Germany says, oh yeah, I'll back you up. And then Austria-Hungary set a list of almost impossible demands, like send over the person who committed the murder, and give them a lot of goods, give them food, give them soldiers, some things that they can't do. And when the Serbians said, no, we will not do it, the Germans and the Austria-Hungary decided to declare war on Serbia. Now, Serbia has some allies, like the Soviet Union, or Russia at the time, and France. And France was in a kind of alliance. They were kind of allies, but they weren't really close together until they had war. So at that time, it was still France, Serbia, and Russia against Germany and Austria-Hungary. Now, later on, Germany's plan was to beat France, knocking out UK in the process, then go and attack Russia and win the war. Now, Germany knows that there are a lot of defenses in the French lines. So, what they planned to do was to put their troops on another route, going through Netherlands and Belgium, and then attacking France from the other way. Now, Belgium declared itself neutral before the war, and when England saw this, England was furious. So they decided to declare war on Germany. This was the start of World War I. Now, when Germany was attacking, Russia was preparing, and they were taking really slow. But Austria-Hungary was also taking really slow to take down Serbia. And when the war continues, the Central Powers were actually outnumbered. So they tried to make other allies, like the Ottoman Empire and Bulgaria. But by doing that, the Central Powers also made itself a lot of enemies, like Greece, who the king wanted to be with the Central Powers, but the Prime Minister wanted to be with the allies. Later on, the Prime Minister won, and Bulgaria and Austria-Hungary invaded Greece. But later on, most of the battles became a stalemate when both of them became in long trench warfares, and there was a lot of sitting around and waiting for the enemy to attack first. So, during the war, there was not really much battles that actually participated. It was mostly just waiting around in camps and participating in minor skirmishes and other stuff. So, it later on became a war of morale. Who can stay the longest? And there was still one other country that was major and was still not in the war yet. It was America. And now, America was sending and selling resources to everybody. It was getting richer and richer, while the people in Europe and the countries in Europe were losing and losing power, and also economically power. So America got so rich that if it went to one side or another, it would literally change the tide of the war. Now, Germany was scared about this and later on sent a letter to Mexico saying that, hey, Mexico, do you want to go attack America? And the British intercepted the message, sent it to the Americans, and the Americans declared war on Germany. Then, Germany, even though it had America declaring war on it, it still pushed into France. But later on, Russia, since its food went down and it had 2 revolutions in a really close time, decided to get itself out of the war. But the Ottomans and Bulgaria were also not doing good. They later on surrendered. Then it was up to Germany and Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary later surrendered after the coalition attack of England, France, and America. Later on, Germany decided to make 5 last-ditch attempts to attack. They attacked from France through Belgium one time, almost conquered Belgium another, pushed into the eastern part of France one more time, and the 4th time they attacked through northern France. But when the 5th time came, Germany was not only losing resources for the attacks, but England and France were learning better how to repel them. So by the 5th time, they already knew what to expect from Germany's attacks. So not only they repelled the attack successfully, they pushed Germans back. And after, when the Germans knew it was all over, England, France, and America pushed in a lot, and Germany had to surrender and sign the Treaty of Versailles. So, in November 11th, 1918, the Allies won the war, and that's the end of the story. So if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, watch my other videos, and bye!